What is up, y'all? Dubs Mind here, your one-stop place for all Warriors and NBA related news. This time, first video of the channel, and I wanted to start off with something kind of unique a little bit, kind of going with like an NBA related stuff with some Warriors stuff sprinkled in. We're gonna be doing a tier list, as you can tell, of all 30 NBA city jerseys that got announced. So we got all of them right here on our tier list, and then after this we're gonna be doing a Warriors tier list video for all their jerseys for this season. So it's only like maybe like 5 or 6. But yeah, I think it's gonna be just like a cool time. You guys can flame me on my, aesthetic decisions that I make here. But let's get right into it. So first off, we've got Rip City, so Trailblazers City jersey. This one is probably going into like a D tier. I'm just gonna preface this by saying that so these are without the numbers. I mean, I think though, like if you add the numbers for a lot of them, they can look better, but I'm just gonna go off based on what I'm seeing directly here. Rip City one, it's not doing anything too crazy, but again, it's so bland. The black and red is solid, but then again, that's like basic Trailblazers colors. So I'm just gonna put it in, actually, in that sense, I'll put it in C. It's like not bad, but it's not good. It's just super basic, which is like smack dab average. So yeah. You got the Bucks one. Well, kind of solid. I like it. It's like probably high B, low A. Also, it is going to be in order, so I'll probably place like, if I think this Bulls one's better than the Rip City one, but in the same tier, I'll put it on like the left, regular tier list stuff. But yeah, the Bucks one, I like it. I think they had the jersey something like this in the past with the Cream City type one, but it's like, I think it's something like that. I don't know. I think it's good. Line is a little confusing, but I like the colors. The blue is nice. A little bit less. It doesn't feel like the Bucks as much. Though, like I said, I think, not Cream City, but I think the Bucks had something similar to this. Yeah, they had this one that I'm going to try to show on screen. Their past blue and white ones. I like those ones, and this is pretty similar to that. And again, like I said, it isn't feel like that much like a Bucks stuff because it is so blue. And I think, yeah, from what I'm looking at it, it's their past city jersey. So they haven't really innovated in that sense, but they're keeping the same tradition. So I enjoy it, and then a slight design difference, which is, I think, a worse design decision, but still, like, overall, you're taking it from a good past jersey that was already good and keeping it generally the same. So I think that's why it's going to be tier for me. This Bulls one, dude, man, I think I'm gonna put it in like D or F, man. It's horrible. I think, okay, in the sense of a jersey standpoint, design standpoint, it's not the worst ever. Like, it's pretty clean. I like it. That's why I think I'm putting it in like D tier. Maybe there's some like slight designs I don't know of, but considering it's the Bulls, it's all white with 0 red, it's throwing me off. And like I said, at least the Bucks one, even though it's not green, this is still city jersey that they had in the past. And maybe the Bulls same too, but this one's like iconic in my opinion. And I just like the color choice too. Like white, it's not a bad color choice by any means. It's kind of like some of the Rip City jerseys, but it's so basic. And then unlike the Rip City ones, it's like 0 Bulls related. So yeah. Wait, what jersey is this one? Oh, it's the Cavs? Oh my god, bro. Yeah, I think same logic as the Bulls one. I think this might have to go in the same tier. Like, again, design itself, actually, I think it's pretty nice, actually. I might have to put in the Rip City tier. I like the jersey color and aesthetic on its own, but just the Cleveland Cavs vibe is not there at all. From a general NBA fan outside looking in, I didn't know whose jersey this was off of just the words. So yeah, not it for me. Celts, right here maybe. It gets points for having the green color design. It's the Celtics, so you can tell it's a Celtics jersey. It's just so bland again, and then like it seems so like gamer kind of. It's like a Razor jersey, it's a basketball team, it's just kind of weird. So Clips, shoot, this is Bulls level bad, bro. I'll give it, I tend to like blue, so I will make it higher than the Bulls, but it's really no difference right there, honestly, between the Clips and the Bulls. Like, at least the Clips have more blue, though it's not this shade of blue, but it's still, they have blue in their team color. But again, it's so boring, nothing special, no special design. you know, it's just bland. I don't know, man. I thought they were gonna do something cool, you know, with the whole fact that they're rebranding their whole team, but I guess not. Memphis. Ooh, isn't this an homage to like the old Memphis jerseys in the past, like the Memphis team in the past? Yeah, it's like homage to like the old Memphis days. And maybe that might be the case for some of these. But like, at least this one was like a notable one that I personally knew of. If any of these ones in the lower tier are, you know, that aren't the colors of the teams, are an homage to the old teams, like they just weren't that unique to me. So yeah, in that sense, like I'm not gonna dock off too much points for not having, you know, the blue Memphis. But again, I'm putting it like right here, honestly, like good homage to the past, but I just don't like the jersey itself though when you're talking about just aesthetics of it. Again, so bland, just red on white, kind of basic, and I get that it's an homage to the past ones, but something like the Warriors have done good. I think it was a City jersey, but their old blue one with the Golden Gate Bridge, but like with the 2 sharp points of the Golden Gate Bridge shown, like the old jersey that they had, you know, back in like the 1980s, something like that. Like I'm probably putting it on the screen right now for you guys to see, but those ones were like homage to the old ones, but they also added some new designs, I think. So like they actually look good, and also they have some like the Golden Gate Bridge logo. This one, again, I get that it's an homage to the past, you know, Memphis jerseys, but it's just so bland. No designs, no nothing. So yeah, I'm just putting it right there. I definitely do understand people who would like these jerseys, and I don't think it's a bad design per se, honestly, now I think about it, but it's just not that good. I don't know. It's just like just having no design just takes off points for me, honestly. Hawks one. I know this one too is like a past jerseys that they've repped. I think I'm bumping up there. Just again, the blue aesthetic's really cool. I like it. Again, not much Hawks relevance, but I like the design itself. Kind of like the, you know, stripe in the middle right here. You have the Hawks like words and like the kind of like similar to like Times New Roman type font. And I like these yellow, or I guess not yellow, but kind of like a beige cream colored lines. This one, man, this one's, whew, it's in this tier. I don't know if there's any truly F tiers per se. We'll see, but this one's not necessarily F tier because I think they've worn something similar like this, but again, so boring, Heat culture, so overused. Again, I'll give it points for, you know, having it look like a Heat jersey. And like, it doesn't look that bad on the players per se, but just, again, too boring. No logo, just words, Heat culture, so overused, yeah. Charlotte ones, I like these. These ones are cool, I like them. I don't know if I can bump it up into A tier. I will rekindle with the tier list after completing it, just to be honest, just to put it out there. Just, you know, seeing how other jerseys are placed, but I think, I'll say high B, maybe low A if there isn't enough in A tiers, but you know, pretty iconic. I've seen these and like been in my brain for a lot of times. And I just like the design, you know, green color, Charlotte, makes sense, Charlotte Hornets. I like these lines. This is a good instance of it being simple but good, actually. Like, I know I said I like patterns, and at least it has these lines here, unlike some of these ones in the lower tiers. I like the lines here. Again, same thing with like the Hawks one, the cream colored lines, or even the black lines. Just having these 2 different color aesthetics here is really cool. I like it. You know, I don't think it's like, I think universally too, I think everyone sees it. It's not like a bad jersey. I think everyone's gonna put it in like a B tier. It's like a solid jersey, you know. Utah Jazz one, man, this one does not miss. I think this one has to be like definitely like flirting with the S tier. I really like it. I think I'm putting it S tier. I really like these jerseys. It's really cool. You know, homage to the past. I like the mountains on it. The whole purple and white aesthetic is cool. It's just like, ignoring it's a Jazz jersey, I love it in general, and then including the history with the players that wore it, it's really, really cool. So yeah, now we've got the Kings one. I like this one. It's pretty good. I would say A, because like, I like the design first of all as the jersey. Like, as like the jersey overall, I like the design. The blue and the red, kind of nice aesthetics. Like the font of the King's part of the word. And I think this kind of goes back to like, yeah, this is another homage to like their old jerseys, I think. Oh yeah, they had something similar in 2023 and 2024 season. I think that was one of their past like City jerseys with this blue color. But I guess it technically isn't an homage to an old jersey that they had a long time ago. It is giving me the similar vibes though, back in like where Boogie was there and stuff. There's this like blue one. I kind of get similar vibes from that one, so that's why I kind of like it. I guess it's a little different though, but still, I think it's cool. I like the blue coloring on it. The lack of design kind of knocks it down a few notches, but I like it. This one, oh man. I think it's gonna be the best C tier. Because, again, this is another one of those non-design ones, and it's pretty bland. And then also, I like doing these, like, letter designs where two exact same characters of text and then layering it on top of one another so it looks like it's lifted. But I would have preferred if it's like a little bit less of a distance between these two, so it really looks like it's like a 3D like pop out of those letters. This just makes it look like it's just a genuine like mistake when it came to like printing out the design. But again, it uses the New York colors, the Knicks colors. That's why I give it some points. And again, it's not like a terrible design. So I think that's why it's going into the C tier. But honestly, I might want to move it like here. At least this looks like a normal jersey. This looks like it's like a mistake, you know, an error in printing. And then yeah, these ones are just worse than mistakes. That's how bad these other jerseys are in my opinion. Lake Show. Oof. Man, they had some really nice jerseys. Like the Lakers has had some really nice jerseys. They kind of ruined it by having this one. I think it's cool in design. Also, I'm too zoomed in. I think it's not design, but like the color aesthetics is cool. So it would go here. I don't know if I notch it up to B though, just because it's so boring. That's the thing. I think like here, because Rip City one, at least it has like some patterns on it with like these dots here. And overall it looks complete and cohesive as a jersey, while the Lakers one's just really bland. But I like the Lake Show text. Not gonna lie, it's pretty good. And then unlike the Heat Culture ones and these bottom ones where it's, you know, just one color, this one seems like it's one color, but it's actually a gradient of the black on the top here, and then it slowly has that gradient to purple on the bottom, which I like. Overall, again, like it uses the colors of the teams, which I really emphasize a lot, unless it's like a really good design. Ooh, this one's gonna be hard, man. I like the design though, it's kind of nice, but it's a little similar to their regular jerseys. Maybe here, I kind of like the text here, and it is like, I like the star here for the A. It's not doing too much, but then again, the issue with not using team colors, not much design is a little bit of a takeaway here. I like the text on the font of the text. It's really cool. And then like, it's not super boring because at least it has lines. I like this part though. It's not a straight line where it kind of zigs a little bit. Probably zigs into something close like a lightning bolt, which I guess doesn't make sense for the Magic, but still it's kind of cool in the sense that it's not like a regular straight stripe here. So yeah. Ooh, this one's... Oh, this Mavs one's hard. Like, do I dock it off points because it's so bland? But I think it's good, like, bland. I don't know why. Like, I know they had something similar to this before. I think they use the same text though, like, but also I think those ones were like colored. That's the thing. Yeah, they had like this same Mavs like logo on like text, but it's blue. Compared to the black and blue version that they had last year, this one kind of goes down. The white's clean though, that's the thing. The white's so good and clean. It's just so boring. I think the colors really helped the previous Mavs one really pop out, while since this only uses white and gray, it's kind of bland. I think it gives me similar, yeah, I think right here is actually a really good spot. It gives me similar vibes to Magic's one, but I like the Mavs one better because of the previous jersey that existed. You know, with the same text, I really like the text. And like this part here too, I just noticed there's some patterns which I like. There's a little logo down here too. Ooh, this Brooklyn one. I know some people are gonna hate this one, but I love this one. Not S tier good, but A tier. I like the whole like background first of all with the black parts, you know, the jersey, the base part of the jerseys with like these little, you know, circular like hemispheric shapes and lines in the different shades of black and gray, giving it, you know, the Brooklyn Nets aesthetic while having these not too much color, but just those colors around the Brooklyn text. You know, Brooklyn, you know, the letters being all crooked, you know, just having like different rotations, you know, kind of imitating like, you know, old newspaper type text if you've seen this before, if you especially play something like Persona 5, something along those lines. I like it, honestly like it. This 5280, yeah, that's the Nuggets one, right? I think, and that's like, yeah, the old 5280 was kind of bad. I didn't love it. Just having giant block letters 5280 and then like, maybe this one, I don't know. Like the past one, it was so bland and boring. This time the 5280, even though that's the only thing on there, they have color. And the Nuggets, you know, really are inspired by the rainbow with like their past jerseys, and you know, the rainbow blue, like the blue jersey with the rainbow stripes across it are one of the best jerseys that they have. And then it uses some of those rainbows here, and like I like this part a little bit, it's really cool. But I think the coolest part's here where you can actually tell that it's the mountain and then there's the rainbow coloring. That's why I think this 5280, like 180 feet jersey is actually better than the previous one. So I think this one goes into A for me, probably. I would understand, like right here in this position, I understand why people put it in B, but I like it, so it's an A. This Indy one, oh, it's another controversial one. I think this is one of the top 3 controversial ones out there. But I like this one too. I don't know, it's giving me like, I don't know, like I just like this splatter on the side of like, that's kind of like paint. You still get your blue and the yellow of the Pacers, you know, ignoring the fact that the blue of the actual Pacers logo is a little bit darker than this one. But then, you know, the double striped colors, if anything, it's triple colored stripes here. I think it's one where I might have to see it in person, but I just like it already, so yeah. Ooh, I think it really just goes here. I don't think it goes over the Nuggets jersey for me. It goes under. It doesn't matter if it goes up in front of the Kings jersey. I think I'll just leave it here. I'll just leave it here just to be safe. Okay, New Orleans. This one I kind of like, even though there's no Pelicans colors necessarily, because I think they had something similar again, like this one in the past. Now it's a little uniconic to me. That's why I could kind of ignore the non-colored parts. And honestly, I think even though it's not New Orleans colors, like Pelicans colors necessarily, I think purple matches New Orleans really well. Texas pretty cool. The green stripe kinda knocks it down a few notches for me a little bit. Put this in B tier. Right here, I think. Cool design overall as a jersey aesthetic, like just aesthetics overall. Purple matches New Orleans well as a place in general, so I like it. But then again, the green stripes, I just don't like having these neon green colors like the Celtics ones. All right, Pistons one. This one's weird. On one hand, I don't like the text that much because it's kind of hard to tell, like it's a Pistons jersey, like you can tell, but it's a little hard. But the other hand, like the colors they're using is kind of nice despite it not being close to Detroit Pistons colors. I don't know, it's weird. I think I might just have to launch this into the C tier, but like right in the middle. And like, I'm not saying it's specifically better than these 3, but just like, it's such a question mark one to me. Like, I was even thinking maybe it could just has a tier on its own. It's just such a weird jersey to me. Like, I don't know, I don't hate it, but it's not like I love it. The Raptors one. See, the Raptors one originally was cool because it was just a regular Raptor. This one, I get it because it's trying to imitate Vince Carter's, you know, between the leg dunk, which is cool. The black and purple coloring is really nice too. But the Raptor just looks so weird. That's why I might have, like, this would have been S tier for me if it didn't have the Raptor doing the Vince card dunk, despite I know how iconic it is. But it just looked better having the Raptor just be a Raptor. So then because it's doing this dunk, I might have to knock it down to like A tier. Even in like a low A tier. I can't put it under the Indy jersey or below the Indy jersey. Probably here. Like, it deserved to be next to the Utah Jazz one, but for me, because of the reasons I mentioned, it's right there in the middle of A tier. H-Town. This one I don't really like, actually. Like, the text here is kinda unless it's like some kind of homage that I'm missing, but I get H-Town as a word is iconic. I get that. It's just that font on H-Town is kind of bad for me. Yeah, I thought maybe the text was kind of homaging like the Houston jerseys from when back like Kenny Smith was playing, but it doesn't look that similar. I mean, it looks similar, but it's not the same one, I don't think. And this one just looks horrible. The colors are nice, I'll give it that. And the fact that they have kind of like the 3D-ish pop out black border back like outline thing is cool. So I don't think it's a D tier necessarily. I think it lands itself into C tier. I would say, because then at this point now I'm just determining whether or not I like it as a jersey for C tiers and below. In that case, I would put it here because I don't want to wear this one. I don't want to wear any of these ones, honestly. The land one for Cleveland, as much as it isn't relevant to Cleveland, I still like the design and it's the colors. I would still like wear it, you know. Sixers one. I'm kind of understanding that's like similar like this, right? In the past year, probably with their city jerseys, I think so. City jerseys for 2021 and 2022, yeah. It's basically, wow, this is actually the exact same one as their ones in 2022, just it's a white version. White is more 76ers like in terms of colors, but also reusing designs is kind of a meh for me, unless the original design was really good. And I mean, this one was good, but it's not like Utah Jazz level iconic. This 76 one's literally just the same one with white. I'm not even joking, it's just the blue previous ones from 2021, but white. The font text, the text of the font, or the font of the text, is literally the same thing. You have the same red, orange, green, blue in that order on the side of the jerseys. And then you have the little like stripes, you know, with the colors here. Kind of lame in that sense, but the previous one was good. So I would say it definitely has to go into A tier because it's good jerseys. It's just, why are you reusing the same ones? You want innovation on these. And unlike Utah Jazz one, you literally did not change anything besides just changing the main color of the jerseys. I would say maybe here, I don't know, I still like the Indy one better though. Yeah, it's so annoying that it's the same thing. Like, I knew it was from like the start, pretty much. Even though the previous jerseys themselves were good, and then making it white is much more authentic to 76ers, you know, team colors / logo. But again, it's just the fact that it's the same thing with literally no design differences. I'm not rocking with it. San Antonio. Man, I like this a little bit, but then like when you really look at it, it's like, what does this have to do with San Antonio, you know? Didn't it have something similar in terms of design last year, but then it was like a different color? The base color of the jersey itself is different. Oh, wait, again? Wait, this is exactly the same too. Wait, no. Oh, I was thinking of this one. Right. The one with the blue too. This one doesn't have any blue. The previous year's city jerseys are literally the exact same again. What the heck? At least this one has a little bit of a font difference where the San Antonio words changed from brown to black, but then instead with the brown border around it. I mean, and I'm looking at it, I think the previous ones, you know, have been like homage to the location, which is cool. But again, same logic as the 76 ones go. This one, as much as it did change its font, that's the only place you can really change it. I get it. But the fact that it doesn't look any different, like the San Antonio is the same exact curve, the stripes on the, you know, sleeves and the necks area here is a little different because I added a white line, but essentially it's the same orange color. San Antonio text, the font of the text itself is the same, it's just that the colors are different. And the previous ones weren't even that good, in my opinion. This might be one of the few D ones, but I can't put it below the Celtics. You know what? Okay, no, I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna reorder it. It's gonna go above the Celtics. I would say probably lands itself here. Yeah, I think this goes into D tier. I'm bringing all these three down here probably by the end of it. You know what? I'm gonna do that right now. I am gonna do that right now. Honestly, wait, now I'm looking. Okay, no, I'm gonna do rekindling of orders later. Wait, I didn't even try to do this intentionally. What the heck?
It's all uniform and even now. Okay, so we got the Suns one. Okay, I kind of rock with it. You got, you know, your The Valley, you know, text, the purple and orange coloring, you know, perfect, you know, matching the Phoenix Suns colors. The star though is very oddly placed and it feels out of place a little bit. I like the general jersey aesthetic itself, like pretty good. The thing is, it gives me a lot of Texas vibes by the text, like the font of the text and the star, even though, you know, it's a Phoenix team. That's like a little weird, but it has the cohesiveness of being consistent on the designs. That's why I like it. And, you know, I like this little like side pattern here. Kind of looks, I couldn't tell you what that design is, but it's cool. It's cool. I think this one gets like a B, high B, low A. I would say actually probably better than Sixers jersey, so probably right here. I might end up knocking it down to B tier, but after reordering it, but definitely above the Sixers jersey for sure. The OKC one though, man, I rock with this one. The black, I just like black in general, so that's one thing. But it doesn't only do black like some of these other jerseys. Some of the red, or the orange and the yellow from the OKC logo. You got like your blue, like little patterns here, kind of like graffiti street style type with the blue here for, again, OKC coloring. Like, I really like that aesthetic. It's really cool. So I'm gonna have to put this in S tier, low key. Probably not over the Utah Jazz jersey, but on the same tier for sure. Like, for me, like that's something I would genuinely buy too. Like, even though I'm not like a fan, you know, oh, I'm just a fan of the Warriors, like I would still buy that. The Minnesota one, I don't like the font though, actually. The Minnesota one, I like the design of the blue with some of these, like, I don't know, it's like sparks or something. It's like white lines here. You got a little bit of the blue, like hint of the light blue down here, kind of like a smoke effect, a little bit kind of like that. I just, the text looks a little off for me. I don't like the text too much, but I think nonetheless it's a good jersey. And then you still have blue and blackish colors and white, which is like good, you know, T-Wolves colors. I think this really deserves itself an A tier, high A tier. Like, I would say I would wear it over the Nuggets jersey, I think. The Brooklyn one's better for me though. The Warriors one, you know, obviously. Actually, no, let's do that last, obviously, because we're a Warriors fan right here, so. The Wizards one, it's the District of Columbia, which honestly, I don't hate the words itself. Like, people might hate it being so long or something, but I think it's fine. I like how this one's a little, this is where it kind of twists with my like memory, or not my memory, but rules about it being kind of boring because there's no patterns or designs. But I think it makes up for that, you know, for not having it on the body by having these neck parts being kind of like these like dots, again, like the paint splattered kind of like look, even on your sleeve sides, like your arm sides down here too, you have similar aesthetic. I like the district text too. A little bit not Wizards colors per se, because it's so white, but you still have Wizards colors because of the red and the blue. I think this is another one of those solid jerseys for me. I think it would go into A tier, but not top. But I like it better than the Sixers jerseys, honestly. Yeah, and I think we're gonna have to reorder the tiers a little bit, but yeah. The Golden State one, man, when I first saw it, and I saw this one early, because I haven't seen all these other ones because I don't really care for it too much until I made the tier list. I like it, but I definitely get the criticism from a lot of Warriors fans saying that it looks like a Nuggets jersey, because it kind of does. Like, it really doesn't have much Golden State colors besides the yellow on the text and the neck and the arm sleeves. But I just like the jersey on its own, like these, like the other ones, when you ignore that it's a Golden State jersey. Like, in general, the colors and the text, like, ignore if it's like some other words too instead, it would still been really good, and I like it. But again, I have to knock it down a bit because it's not Golden State like there. Like, the text is kind of so I might have to knock it down. This also goes into my A tier. But yeah, like, I think I would do something like this. But then again, I'm not done, guys. I'm gonna reorder them now. And yeah, I think that's it for the jersey rankings for the city jerseys for all 30 NBA teams. So yeah, let's get right into then the Warriors jersey rankings.